Alright. Let's catch a bit of rank game. As the Protoss, let's whoop some American ass. Usually we would say it's the Koreans, but this is the American server. So, okay, our game is coming on. Good luck, have fun. Sheesh, my game crashed. Jesus. I have no idea why that happened. Okay, it says you cannot enter the matchmaking queue because your status has been locked. What does that mean? No. Status has been locked. Why? Ah, Jesus. Isn't it kind of glitchy? I think it's because I disconnected just now. So, kind of have a... Looks like I just... Oh, I've been unlocked. Oh man, what can I do now? Okay. So it seems I can't play any Starcraft game. For now. We would just look at in the internet to see what this means. Status has been locked. Okay, had the game kick me out of lobby today, and when I tried to rejoin it, I got this error. Couldn't queue up for regular matchmaking ladder either afterwards. Restarted the game and it seems to be working fine. Okay, it seems like maybe restarting might help. Okay, let's just do just that, alright? Oh, seems like it's working now. Got with here me, a guasapan. Just do a bit of massage with the guasa. Okay, game is starting. I think I'm gonna get my ass kicked because I'm really noob at this game. But we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll just resort to some cheese. Okay, we're gonna play against a Zerg player called Midnight ZZ. Let's cheese him, shall we? I'm just gonna do a 4 gateway cheese and end this game fast.
My light for ire. Honor guides me. My light for ire. My light for ire. Justice. We embrace the glory of battle. Justice, command, we highlight the of ire. Honor guides. We stand as one. justice be done. Orange Shisan.
You must construct additional pylons.
We are the Blades of Iron. Ula Sadari. Ayor. And Tara Tassadar. For Artanis. Honor guides me. Gassar de Templari. We embrace the glory of battle. My meditation is over.
You have not enough minerals.
By your will, we are the Blades of... We embrace and Tara. My life for iron. My life for iron.
You have not enough base. Your troops are under attack.
My life for iron. We embrace the glory. Command me.
Your troops are under attack.
I'm here in the shadows. I am the voice of the eclipse.
My life for iron.
Cold is the void.
Our pylon is under attack. Mineral field depleted.
I serve. I am here in the shadows. It shall be. State thy bidding.
Mineral field depleted.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
Mineral field depleted.
You require my skills. We move on.
Mineral field depleted. You have not enough minerals. Your probes are under attack. You have not enough minerals.
Very well. I am the heart of darkness.
I said,
You have not enough minerals.
I return to serve. I feel your presence.
I have no idea why that happens, but it seems like when I play Protoss, I just get overwhelmed by so many Zerg units. Like, even though I have 3 bases and he has 3 bases and, you know, this maybe like half a base. But you can see like there's just so many units. How many queens does he have? Any upgrades? Okay, there's additional damage. And that's about it. But it's just that as the Zerg player, he has just such a swarm of units. Let's just do a bit of zoom out. Okay. Well, I think one of the common mistake that I often make is that I don't chrono boost the robos. Right. I mean, the way you have to chrono boost the the robos is that I have to select the hotkey for the Nexus, and then I have to focus my camera on where the robos are, and then I have to select the chrono boost ability, and I have to click individually each of the robos. So that's a little bit of, it's a bit of a hassle. I mean, if the game would make it a bit easier, I could just select the robos and, have a button I can press, and that would just chrono boost it. But that's not how the game works. So, it makes it like very APM intensive to do this chrono boosting. I need to select the Nexus, go to, which one is the better way? Maybe I double tap on the robos so I can, have the camera focus on where it is. Then I have to select the hotkey for the Nexus, select the ability for the chrono boost, and click on each of the robos. Yeah, it's not exactly very wieldy. But let's look at the unit loss. I did lose a lot of units. I think in a way he was tipped off and he started building the spine crawlers, so that interfered with the plan. And yeah, my 4 gateway was the plan was ruined because of it. Well, as we can see for ourselves, that he kind of got lucky with his Overlord scouting. I think he sends like one out of each this side, and so he managed to catch hold of this one. So that was unfortunate. Otherwise, maybe, I could have done something a little bit more. I could have. Yeah, maybe if I had done the proxy here instead. So then he starts to move his Overlord. Come to think of it, I mean, it's not exactly wise to build the proxy here because it's kind of like somewhat within the line between the straight line between his base and mine, and when he sends Overlord to scout, there's a high chance that the Overlord would just cross path with my proxy and see it, which is what happens here. So, that was a setback in the plan, and anyway, I just proceed with it, and in a way, I did manage to get his expansion down, so that wasn't exactly too bad. And he didn't really have roaches at the start, so that was. Oh yeah, here I didn't really. Okay, I got it down. Probably there's a better way to counter the banelings. Like I could just send one baneling to just trigger. Sorry, just send one probe to trigger off the banelings instead of like trying to pull them all back to let the cannon fire upon the single baneling.
heroes. We require more minerals. Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Mineral field depleted. Minerals. The hive cluster is under attack. Mineral field depleted. The hive cluster is under attack. Our forces are under attack. The hive cluster is under attack. Our drones are under attack. We spawn more overlords. Spawn more overlords. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. We require more minerals. Game paused. Game resumed. Not enough energy. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. We require more Vespine gas. Our forces are under attack. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Our forces are under attack. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Our forces are under attack. Mutation. Complete. We require more Vespine gas. Mineral field depleted. We require mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Complete. Our forces are under attack. Complete. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Our forces are under attack. Gas. Is complete. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Right, let's just let's just watch the game and analyze it. Where do you think my friend went wrong? I think he was on an attack at one point of time with Colossus and Stalkers, but he failed to see that there were my muters that were like attacking him, attacking his Colossus. And he didn't redirect the fire, the aim of the stalkers towards my mutas. So he went 2 robos. Okay, 2 early robos, maybe in preparation of a roach build. A Twilight Council and Robotic Bay. Okay.
I'm here in the shadows.
Probably I could have gone in here and attacked this pylon and do severe damage at this point by sending my mutas in. I mean, he has his photon cannon that were guarding the back line, at least 3 of them, but this place was a point of great vulnerability. So I kind of missed that opportunity over there. All these overseers could have maybe been sent to scout a little bit more. So as you can see, he built his warp gate a little late, but he has now like about 6 of them. yeah, I'm just trying out Zerk. It's my first time playing it against my friend, but it's honestly kind of OP. I mean, for the amount of skill that you have to play Zerg, I mean, it is certainly disproportionately powerful. Because, you know, you don't have to take care of, you know, building the military production facilities like you do if you are playing Protoss. You have to make sure you build the optimal number of gateways and robos so that the resources get spent efficiently. But when you're playing Zerg, all you need to care about is that you have as many hatcheries as possible. And the more hatcheries you have, the better you are. The more stronger you are. You just need to select all your hatcheries and then just spam the amount of units as much as you need. So yeah, you have to inject properly, but it's not that difficult. You know, just select all the queens and then you what I'll do is I just have a key that is to select, you know, cycle through each of the bays, and I just press that, have all the queens selected, then I press that and, you know, cycle and then press the inject. And that kind of does a trick. Although, you know, right now I'm not really spreading the crypt tumors quite effectively. But there probably is a more efficient way. I mean, you know, of like injecting the thing. I'm not sure whether the rapid inject, what they call it, the rapid fire inject method still works. But supposedly, um, you can set like the base camera and the inject, and you press down both of those keys together, and if you have a kind of special keyboard, and then it would just cycle through all the bases and have the queens inject each and every of them. But I think it doesn't work with my keyboard, because if I press both together, it kind of either, you know, select the inject or the base camera, and it doesn't quite cause the queen to inject each and every of the. So yeah, it's, I mean, I'm sure that, you know, the pros have it set up right, so they're able to do it. I'm not sure about how to do the crypt tumor thing. You know, it's a bit of a hassle to you know, go back to the camera to look at the crypt tumors and to spread them individually. Like I have to, like, you know, let's say if I'm attacking, I have to come back all the way here, look at my crypt tumors, maybe control click them, and then, like, you know, spam the, use this spawn crypt tumor and just kind of like spam them. And you know, if I have crypt tumors at different locations, then I have to look at this one, then I have to look at that one, and it's a bit of a hassle. I'm sure maybe more seasoned Zerg players have figured out that, but I've not. And oh well, but just the amount of units that, you know, it's so easy to just produce all these units as long as you build the hatcheries, okay? And then after you build like what, 5 of them, you know, each one, okay. The hard part of Zerg is not dying before you get a sufficient zone drone crown. Okay, I mean, there is, maybe my friend is not exactly very experienced either at Protoss. I mean, he's more of a Zerg player, so there was a lot more breathing space as the Zerg player to build up that requisite zone drone count. Yeah. Um, so yeah. Let's see, how do I do it? Alright, so let's see. I have my queens all hotkeyed. And then I just inject, switch to the next base. Okay, this queen is not selected. I'll just... I think that's as fast as I can get, but it should be good enough. Oh no, you see, sometimes there's a bit of a problem where the queen starts wandering if you kind of select it wrongly, and then, you know, the queen starts walking away to find a place to... And so after injecting them, then, you know, maybe I've got to put a bit of crypt tumors around. But I don't want... Oh yeah, see, the queen start walking away from where they need to go. That's a bit of a problem, but... Okay, like that. Yeah. One queen hotkey for injectors and one queen for creep makers. Let me think. How do I implement that? Okay. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Well... So let's say if I take away some of them. And then where do I put them? Okay, let's put this. And then we just... Yeah, that might work. And the one that is... Yeah, that's a good idea. Thanks for the tip. I think that might work. But, I'll get these people to... Does that work? Nope, I gotta wait for the cooldown. Okay. Let's just get this in. Oh, I can't make them run out of energy by shift queuing the crypt tumors. Maybe just... Yeah, didn't need it so much.
Mineral field depleted. Vespene guys are exhausted.
Oh well. I mean, I'm fine. I mean, I think I don't usually need too tough an opponent for now. That's more than enough tough opponents out there. Just need to learn a bit of the techniques to, you know, for the Zerg to optimize. So the idea is to just have maybe a separate queen unit to plant the crypt tumors. And then the rest will... although if the rapid fire inject method does work, I mean that would just save a lot of
Vespene guys are exhausted.
hassle, a lot of mechanics to just do the crypt inject, right? So I can just, you know, like just press down 2 keys. Right now, if I try to do it, yeah, you know, it kind of does this, but it's not like getting the queens to inject the lava. So it's either one or the other. It's either Yeah, okay, so I pressed both the base key and the
Mineral field
inject key, but you
depleted.
know, it doesn't seem to quite work.
Mineral field
It's like that's
depleted.
not really working.
Unacceptable command. We are at
Oh,
maximum
okay, so you're saying like
supply.
that. I can just set them rally point here like that, can't I?
Mineral field depleted.
Control click on the command card. So you ensure you get all of them. So what do you mean by the command card? This? Doesn't seem to select all of them if I control. I mean, I guess you mean if I select everything and then I control click like that, then that kind of selects all the units of that type. But the rally point does work as well, right? I mean, let's say if I have all the, what do you call this, hatchery selected, and then I build the, I build all the zerglings and then I have them hotkeyed over here, or rally point over here. Then when the zerglings are produced, they would just gather here, wouldn't they? You need to hotkey them later, not efficient. Oh, you mean you can control click the eggs in the command card and hotkey them. While they are in the eggs, you can hotkey them. Let's try that. Oh yeah, I mean you can.
Mineral field
Okay.
depleted. Mineral field depleted.
Oh well.
Mineral field depleted. Acceptable command.
What is helpful, I mean, I think, is the filter keys. Let's see, where's the filter keys? Do you know about the filter keys method? Let me just show you what I mean. Filter keys. Let's. Well, there's a program which I use to adjust the filter key setting. And let me just pull that up. All right. Now, as you can see, that there's this program here called Filter Keys Setter. And I've kind of, by the default, I mean, this is the default values. So it's like the first keystroke takes 1000 milliseconds and the repeat rate is like 500 milliseconds for the same key. Now I've just kind of changed it so the first keystroke takes only 200 milliseconds and then the repeat rate for the subsequent repeat is 10 milliseconds. Oh, okay, so about there. So you went to 1. Okay, I mean 10 is fast enough, but 1 is even faster, I guess. It helps with warping in units. let's say for the Protoss, I mean, you can warp in the Zealots from the Warp Prism or from the Pylon field a lot faster, but it seems like it also has much use for the Zerg because, you know, you can use it to spam the creep tumor like that. See, you just hold down and it just moves up, or if you are like building units, you can like just
Mineral
hold down the button and it just builds extremely fast. Okay, I mean, so you know about that. Well, good for you because my friends don't know about this, so I guess they're playing with the default values and that would slow them down a little.
mineral field depleted.
Well, I probably have to. So how many bases? I mean, how many control groups do you have for the hatcheries? You know, do you just put them all on a single hotkey like that? Like how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got like 5 and 6. Okay, I can put them all in a single hotkey like that. So when I hotkey it like this and I build all the units, they all come right here in a single mass. Or I could like, you know, maybe separate out some of the hatcheries, you know, maybe I'll have 3 of this on a different hotkey and then I have them like maybe rally grouped over here instead. So one group of hatcheries will, let's say, hotkey over here, or maybe I could have them here. Another group of hatcheries, let's say I could have the army gathered here. And so, you know, for the first group, I'll maybe make one group here and maybe have them attack over at this side. And the second group, I'll have them rallied over here and then I have them attack over at this side instead. Yeah, I mean, that's one idea I have about how to manage the hatcheries. Is that you kind of create a separate group for them and with separate rally groups like this. And yeah, I'm sure. So the good thing about the Zerg is you don't have to concern yourself at this point when you have so many hatcheries with, you know, having the optimal number of production buildings. You just every hatchery is capable of producing as many of any type of the units. Once you have the structure built, once you have the requisite structure built, like let's say I have a spire, I want to build mutas, I just need to select the hatcheries and I can build like as many mutalisks as there are larvas.
Mineral field depleted.
So let's say, you know, one group over here, another group over there. And yeah, this group can attack this side. This group can attack this side of the map. So that kind of overload him or overload my opponent. Maybe I could have even have, let's say, one over here instead. Yeah, so I got one here, one over here. The third group over here attacking down the middle. Yeah. And I think for Zerg, I mean, is it really necessary to, let's say, hotkey the separate units within that group? Like, most of them are just attack move, right? Or maybe if I have spellcaster kind of units. So, like this group and this group. Like, unless I'm having spellcasters, right? But I mean, otherwise I can just have them, each army group in a separate control group, and yeah, just A move each of them. And if I have spellcasters, then I have to like control click that spell, the spellcasters, and then I use their spells. I mean, that's one way. I can tap to the spellcasters, but hopefully the spellcasters are like put in front. And
Mineral field depleted.
I don't know, when I play Protoss, I kind of like have the army all together, and then because there's different kind of spellcasters, you have the High Templars, you have Sentries, you have Disruptors. So each of them, I put them in a separate control group, and when the fight happens, I kind of just tap their control group and use their respective spells. Because when the fight happens, it's sometimes kind of cumbersome. I mean, to kind of like try to control click the spellcasters and use it, and then control click another set of spellcasters and use their spells. But there's a drawback towards such a method, because you're compelled to use many different control groups just to control a singular big army. And so you have, let's say, one control group for the High Templars, and then you use that for the High Templars, and then so you are not able, if you use this method, I mean, it's a little bit more difficult to have, let's say, multiple different groups of army to attack at different points of the enemy's formation or base, or what so you have, for right now I'm playing Zerg, I say, okay, this is control group 1, this is control group 2, and this control group 3. Okay, so I can have each of them attacking at different points of the map. This one attacks here, this one attacks down the middle, this one attacks here. Yeah. So if I organize the army by different control groups, it allows me to make multi-prong attacks like that. But if I have them in one big army and have them, let's say, at control group 1, and then each unit is separate, each unit type is separately control group, then I can only, let's say, control from one big army. That's what I do with Protoss. And that doesn't allow me for, let's say, a more multi-pronged tactic. So that's the way I play Protoss. It's like, okay, I want big army like this, and then okay, I have maybe the disruptors also put at control group 2, and the sentries at control group 3, and maybe the High Templars at control group 4. So if I want to move them all together, I press control group 1, which selects everything, and I just A move them. And then when the fight happens, okay, then I get the disruptors, I press 2 and I start firing the balls, and I press 3, select the sentries, I start laying down Guardian Shield and putting down force fields, and then I hit 4, get the High Templars, and I start laying down a bunch of Storm. I mean, if I have them control group, it's a lot easier to select, because for Protoss they have a lot of spellcasters. So but if I don't have them control group, then within the fight I must quickly, I don't know, double click. Sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes double click doesn't quite select it. So I press control click, okay, I have to select this, I have to select that, but that causes a little bit of delay, and if I'm slow, and the spellcasters doesn't quite use their spells as efficiently. But maybe there's a better way. Well, let me just demonstrate. Just quit this game. Alright, let's just let's just see how we should go about this. Okay, let's say I'm playing Protoss. Okay, so let's have some Zealots. Maybe get some Sentries. Maybe that's a bit too many. Let's just go. Maybe some Sentries, some High Templars, and some Disruptors. Alright. So let's say if I'm fighting against a Zerg player with a bunch of units. Okay. So let's say if I have this army like that, I would separate out the specific unit types. Okay, so let's say High Templars go also to control group 4, Sentries to control group 3, and then the Disruptors to control group 2. Okay, so let's say when I start the fight with the Zerg army, I just select all this that plays under control group 1. I A move towards the Zerg army. Maybe I'll get the something like that, right? So that allows me to quickly use the spells, right? Because let's say if I do it the way I do with the Zerg, which is like, let's say for entire army group, I have them in a singular control group. Now when it comes to fighting, I will have to quickly select each of the different unit, different spellcaster type, and quickly like select them like that. Which you know, it's not too. It's a little bit more cumbersome, and I think I lose a bit more units. Because let's say I want to select I want to select the High Templars. Okay, let's say it's a bunch like that. If I don't separate them out before I conduct the fight, then within the fight had happened, I must quickly, you know, select all of them by control clicking this and quickly use their spells. I control click the sentries and use their spells, and then control click the disruptors as well. It's a bit more difficult, but I think there's pros and cons to each method. I mean, this method allows me to have multiple army groups, so I can have this as, you know, one group of army like this at control group 1, another one at control group 2, and so I can split different kind of armies.
We are focused. Thus I serve. And
I can use the tap method, I guess. But the problem with the tap method, which, you know, so I can tap to get to the various casters, but all the difficulty that I kind of observe for Starcraft 2 is that, let's say if I have tap to the spellcaster in question. Let's say if I've tapped to the sentry, and let's say I want to pull them back so that they are not in the front line of the attack. I can't individually move them back just by having them like highlighted like that. It's not like in Age of Empires, because I tried Age of Empires 4 and they have a mechanics where let's say you have the army selected, and then you can tap to the, when you tap to the respective unit type, and then you move it, the entire army doesn't just move together, it just calls that unit type. Let's say if I have sentry now here selected like this under the sub tab group, if I move it, it just causes the sentries to move and not the entire army in that given control group. So if I want to pull the spellcaster back, because, you know, usually spellcasters are quite fragile and you don't want them to be near the front line, so it's important to just kind of pull back, let's say especially the High Templars, pull them back so that they are in the back line, so that when they are using their spells, they don't get killed first. They don't get killed first, so they survive a lot more. But in Starcraft, you can't, let's say, just have them highlighted in the sub-tab group and move, because the entire army group moves, and so that might spoil the fight. So you have to like either control click their portrait, or you control click them on the battlefield and then move them away, and that takes a bit of time. I mean, it's not as efficient as, let's say, if you let's say if I have them all selected right now, and before I go fighting with the Zerg army, I kind of like separate them out first, and when I go and fight. Okay. Oh. I kind of mismanaged that fight, and a lot of my high Templars died. Sorry, because, you know, Starcraft is just so fast, you know. Just because just a split second, and all my high Templars died without me like moving them away. Like if I just fight like that, okay. So if I just move them like that, you know, the high Templars are like yeah. So when I play Protoss, I have like I'm not sure how most people play Protoss, but I kind of have the entire army in a control group, and then I kind of split different units. So let's say control group selects all the disruptors. Number 3 selects the sentries. Number 4 selects the high Templars. And number 1 selects every of them. But there's a drawback with this method as well, because let's say if the Zerg sends an entire army to, let's say, attack a certain flank, and I move the entire army to defend against that Zerg push, then leaves a certain point of my base undefended, and then the Zerg player could like send links to try to rush into the base and through the gaps, while the main army is out fighting the Zerg army in a certain on a certain angle, and it kind of leaves a certain part of the. So that is a bit of the problem with also, unless I kind of leave a few, you know, units at the back, maybe a few Colossus that are able to take down, and then I just, you know, just use this as a. Oh. Anyway, that's it for me for today for Starcraft. So, thanks, man.